Hello friends, welcome and hope you're having a really great day, evening, whenever you're watching this video. My name is Tracy Brown. I'm a trauma-informed dietitian and intuitive eating expert. This video is just an encouragement for you because lots of people come to us and have health concerns or just kind of maybe the aches and pains of life. And no matter what your condition is, the thing that connects everybody and everybody's story is that almost everyone comes to us believing that if they just lose weight, they wouldn't have the aches, they wouldn't have the pain, all their health conditions would be fixed. Anything from joint stuff to sleep apnea. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, and all the ways in which people believe that, like, if I just lost weight, this would all be gone. And the phrasing that I use almost every situation is that, well, you could be right, and maybe that's true, but we need to talk about the research and the probability of us being able to maintain really fairly rigid behaviors to maintain a kind of weight loss that you might need, maybe, there's always maybes here, maybe to get some physical relief, because we really haven't assessed the big picture of why we're here, but maybe to get some physical relief. The probability of that being able to maintained long-term, again, is in the single digits. And so we all know that most people who go on a purposeful, calorie-restricted routine, whether you want to call it intermittent fasting, whether you want to call it whatever food group elimination you do, diet, calorie counting, whatever it is you're doing, that the probability, and the research is really clear that it's going to be less than 10% that you're going to keep that off, or that it's going to stay off more than 6 months to 2 years. It probably won't, and then we gain weight back plus some. And so then you're back in this looping again. My encouragement today is let's look at what are all of the big picture ways in which we got here. So let's do an example. Let's say that your home life is really stressful and you came from a really stressful home life and your job is maybe kind of repetitive, so it gets us a little shut down, and the responsibilities on our shoulders feel really heavy, and majority of the, work we do in our lives is maybe sedentary. I look at all those factors and look at, like, what can we do to help us build some more nervous system health regulation, to move our bodies in a way that doesn't feel punitive, and it just helps us just feel more thriving and alive without being obsessive. And where in our life do we need to have boundaries, and where in our lives do we need to do trauma healing? Really look at the big picture, because I can almost, again, I put some money down. I probably wouldn't bet, but I could almost put some money down that all of those efforts would lead you to some opening of your window of tolerance, being able to have a bigger life that's easier, that's manageable when we learn how to feel feelings and sensations and not being a threat response about things. We are more likely to have better health outcomes and better physical, mental, and emotional well-being just by doing that. And the better we feel in that way, the more positive action we tend to want to take, because we get some momentum. So that's the way I look at those things. So again, it doesn't mean that there might be times in your life where food doesn't make you feel good. Okay. We need to learn how to eat any kind of food in a way that we figure out where are our edges, instead of like, oh, I can never eat cheese because I'm lactose intolerant. It's, like, I really love cheese and it makes me sad not to eat cheese. And sometimes when I'm really out of my window of tolerance, I might eat a lot of cheese and then feel really sick. So I should never eat cheese. That's the level of thinking that got us in the problem in the first place. Instead, we want to open up our window of tolerance and our ability to witness, like, oh, yeah, me and cheese 3 times a day doesn't get along, but I wonder how often I can have cheese and feel okay. Let's experiment, let's witness, let's notice. And that's, my friends, how we're going to get a more stable, sustainable, way of living and managing our health so we don't feel physically bad. And I'll just say a word real quickly, is that I understand that some of us have conditions where it's probably not going anywhere. Meaning, if let's say we have kidney failure, or we have some kind of like long-term chronic thing that there's no cure for. And it's more about managing our expectations, our boundaries, growing our window of tolerance, to help our bodies be in as much rest and digest and healing as possible, so that we have, just more capacity to manage the hard days, because that's kind of what it boils down to sometimes. And I know when we feel bad, we want to, whatever healthcare provider said, if you would just lose weight, this would all go away. And one, I've never seen evidence of that in the literature. And two, I think that really misses the mark in terms of whole person care. It's just telling you to do something. Maybe it's for their benefit, but it's certainly really not for yours. So anyway, this week is going to be encouragement about really digging deep and looking at the big picture of how we got here, looking at our lineages, looking at our now life, and maybe the life we've had the last 10 to 50 years. And like, how did we get here? And how do we like slowly unwind this, like just section by section, so that, let's say in a year or 2 years or 5 years, that we're in a way better place and we didn't have to do any kind of disordered eating behaviors to get there. That's the goal. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to enjoy having you all around me here this week to serve you. So if you have any questions, if you want to pass this video along to your friends, please do so. Please put comments below about what do you feel like is missing in your ability to maybe navigate health challenges, or physically not feeling great. What information do you think you're missing? Or just piece of the pie. It's like, I've tried some stuff and I don't really get what's going on here. And again, I understand that you might not want to put things in the comments, but you can always message me, email me, and I'll be happy to speak on it in a more generalized kind of way that nobody knows your business, but it gets spoken to. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.